Christian Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Blueprint for Belonging, the 5 relationships Jesus needed and why you need them too, by Alli Patterson. Narrated by Alli Patterson. To Bill, Andrew, Luke, Zoe, and Hope, I love the place of belonging we have created together. Introduction. Living Lonely. I remember sitting at a table in my little black dress, watching the women around me laugh and talk, some 90s rap and a few friends nearby begging me to come to the dance floor. My date at a formal event that night had been my boyfriend for 3 years, and we'd just gotten engaged. I was by no means alone. But all these years later, I still remember the hollow, empty sensation I felt inside. I was watching the evening happen around me, wondering if anyone else ever felt like I did in this crowd. I was invited. I belonged there, but I felt utterly and completely alone. Since we were on a boat, I had to stay a few more hours, but when I walked down the dock, I felt a wave of relief. I was hoping whatever triggered the tide of loneliness that came in that night would leave just as quickly. Until recently, I didn't understand why that situation with those people made me feel so terribly alone. Humans have never felt more alone than we feel right now. Strangely, this is during an era when we have also never had a greater ability to stay connected. We are far more connected through our phones and social media than the world of email and BlackBerries that I had access to the night of the party on the boat. Yet loneliness now tops the list of mental and physical health crises for millions across the globe, with some nations even declaring it a new kind of epidemic. To me, this is clear evidence that the way we are pursuing relationships just isn't working for us. Our relational worlds aren't satisfying our basic human need for a secure sense of belonging and connection. We are living life far too lonely. Loneliness is a misalignment between the type of connections we have and the type we need for a thriving life. Human beings were intentionally designed by God to need and receive much of what makes a thriving life, first from Him and then from other people. I'm not talking about external needs like work or food or transportation, though of course people are involved in those needs as well, but rather our internal need to feel loved and connected, the sense that we belong somewhere with someone. When that's missing, we walk through life feeling alone even if there are people everywhere we look. Every one of us is designed to experience relationships where we feel known, included, encouraged, welcomed, and expectant. The roots of all 5 of these types of relationships start in our connection with God and take shape in and through our human relationships. When we live without the relationships we need, our souls are not fully satisfied. We're lonely. Most of us have probably learned to live this way, and it's been a long time since we felt the warmth and benefit of all 5 of these aspects of human connection. We all struggle sometimes to shake off the feeling that when it comes right down to it, we are alone. The head-scratching thing about loneliness is that everyone's experience of it is a little bit different. Most of us can't even explain why we feel lonely at certain times, like when I was at that party and surrounded by friends. Loneliness doesn't necessarily go away just because you have a few decent relationships in your life. The feeling creeps back in, creating days or even seasons when you might struggle to hear anything but the echo of the still empty places in your life. One type of relationship isn't meant to satisfy all your various needs for a sense of belonging. Just because you have a best friend doesn't mean you don't need the encouragement of people on the same life mission. Just because you have an extended family who loves you doesn't mean you don't need a group who will invite you to their barbecues. Just because you have a great work team doesn't mean you wouldn't welcome someone offering a new challenge in your life. One type of relationship that's working well just isn't enough, and neither is 2 or 3. You are designed for all 5. A design for the variety of human relationships we need is found in the life of Jesus. His relation.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?